Hello, 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 hello! Happy Saturday, everybody! Welcome to yet another Derpy dev stream. I love the title of this series. It's so dumb. So today, I wasn't going to stream right away. However, I have an idea for how I'm going to solve the problem that I have with my current system of like the crevice that goes through. It works, however, it's not in line with kind of what I wanted to do from this. So what I want is a way of procedurally creating a set of plateaus that are just separated by big gaps in between them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have an idea for how I'm going to do this that is completely different than how I'm doing it now, and I'm going to give it a go. So let's start out. So I called this first script Plateau Generator. It wasn't very accurate because I wasn't really generating any plateaus. This time, I'm actually going to generate plateaus. So let's Mr. Money, welcome to the stream. This is not a typical stream, not in terms of like games. If you're not familiar with the Derpy dev streams, this is me derping around and just trying to kind of figure things out and just having some fun doing some code for the fun of it. It is oddly relaxing to me to exercise my brain in this way. So, where to start with this? All right. Let's create a new object. Let's call this one real plateau. Now this is going to be, I mean, this really is just the real plateaus, but Plateau 2 for now, for lack of a better name, because I'm not going to spend too long on that. So what do we need over here? We need a mesh render. We need a mesh collider. And what was the other one? Mesh filter. That's what it was. Mesh filter. Cool. So those three things. In addition, we also need a, I mean, gosh, I want to like rename everything because this is really the plateau generator. Let's call this one the So I don't want to do this. Oh, so by the way, so the idea, what I'm doing with this one is going to be creating a grid, a large grid, and then going through and having basically some things kind of like snaking through it to carve out a template of where I want the depressions to be in this map. And then after that, I'm going to apply it to the actual mesh itself. So let's create, actually before we even do this, let's actually just create a flat out C#. Class, this isn't a Unity class, this is just going to be Procedural Plateau Generator. Alright. So in this thing, we are going to want to take a size. And length and width. This is going to be a 2D array. Inside this class, we are going to want, how do I want to do this? So I want cells, because I want these cells. Do I even need cells though? No, I don't need cells. So I just need a 2D map, or a 2D array. There we go, and this is just going to be 0 or 1. Actually, is it? Yeah. Okay, so first pass is just going to be carving out a 2D map of where I want these things to be. So just to draw it out, let me just describe what I'm going to be doing. Ah. All right, so let's say that we have a grid, square grid. It is that big. And the way that I'm going to have this work is I'm going to have, oh, that is not the size that I wanted it to be. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm going to have points that start off, let's say it like starts off in the middle somewhere. And these points, it will have logic to just sort of like drive itself around and create these shapes. And it's just going to keep on doing this. And it's just going to be completely random. And it's just going to keep on going. And there's going to be multiples of these. And until it gets to an edge, it's going to keep on going. So eventually I'm going to have a bunch of these things just kind of running around. And then as soon as it contacts any empty space that's already there, it just stops. And so at the end of it all, we should have something that looks a little bit like this. Mr. Money, yes, I absolutely will. I will play the game. And yeah, it's kind of, I guess, I don't know, are maze generated like this? I've never actually looked into maze generation. So at the end of it all, we should have shapes that look very similar to this, because everything will just be randomly moving around. That won't happen because it would have contacted an empty spot and it will stop. And then at the end of it, I will go through and I will apply this to the map. And basically, the farther away it is from a landmass, meaning these black areas are the land masses, it will go lower and lower. I haven't figured out how I'm going to actually make that logic occur yet, but actually I may have a second pass now that I'm thinking about it. Ah, yes, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so instead of having ints, these things are gonna be floats to indicate how deep it is. So this right here with the first, this is great. So the first line that I do, it will be like -1. All right, so as deep as it's gonna go, or just let's say 0, and the black space is 1. And then there's going to be a second pass that is going to find neighboring cells. So if I were to get close to here, oops. So it's going to come over and it's going to find neighboring cells, and it is going to basically expand out these lines a little bit. That will be a little bit higher up, and then maybe an additional pass later on to go above it some more. So this actually should apply some feathering, so I could actually like look at the cells around it and determine how deep it should be. And then each time I'm just sort of like pressing it down and more until I get through, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these passes. And that way things like this, it won't be quite so jagged. Potentially it will even like more look like kind of like this, if the way I'm doing it actually works out the way I think it will. Yeah, I think this will work. I'm writing the code right now. So I have code right here that talks about how I do things right now. So I guess I could show you guys kind of what's going on ahead of time. Actually, I'll have a compiler. Let's go and, why is this? Oh, derp. First derp of the stream. Woohoo! Stop it. I don't know. I need to figure out what's causing that. All right. So just to show what this is doing so far. Right now it creates this thing, which isn't bad. I don't dislike it, but it's not what I want. It does not do at all what I want, because it's just one really long cavern. I want this to have multiple avenues that a player could go. So maybe this will be sort of like a maze where the person starts in one area and has to find their way out of it, because going above it, this could actually be pretty cool. This could, like, I like the idea of like using this as a maze. You start in one area and your goal is to get to the center, and you have to go through these caverns. If you go too high, then you will run out of your power, because all of the things that will allow you to keep going are in the caverns. And so you can like poke your head up to get an idea for the lay of the land, but after that you're going to be just like navigating through these caverns. This is going to be cool. I like this idea. Hello, Joey. So that's what this code right here is doing. It is is just create. Well, this is not just for the logic of that. It is also just creating the mesh and all the vertices and all the triangles and all that crazy nonsense. Hello, Sosif. And so that's what it's currently doing. Then there's also code here, not so much there, but this is just running the ability for the player's movement, which allows you to fly, essentially, but in a not-so-controlled area. All right, so I don't want ints. I don't want a 2D array of ints. I want a 2D array of floats. And is this how I want it, or do I want cells? Do I want to go a little bit more into the object-oriented realm with this? Do I need it? No, I think floats are good enough. I will need it for. I will probably need more objects or like stronger logic around like the little bugs that will be carving out a path. But for now, this is fine. So float map. Cool. Oh, derp. Derp, 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 derp. Restricting the jumps is not something that I necessarily want to do. Because, I mean, it's restricted in a way by how much power the player is going to have. So they won't just be able to go infinitely high, but they could potentially, like, burst out and use everything, but then you won't have enough energy left to control your descent. So I guess potentially you could, like, arc yourself up perfectly, but I also want to have other objects in there that could potentially mess with that as well. But we'll see. I'll obviously be twiddling with that. Why... oh my gosh. It is C# arrays. Why are... No, now I'm just being really stupid. What? Why is... Is that how they're assigned here? Oops. Oh, so that's how multi-dimensional arrays are assigned in C#. Interesting. I don't use them too much. Oh, too small? Sorry about that. Thanks. Alright, so now we have a map. That map has a length and a width that is the size of it. Cool! Easy enough. So I want to initialize all of this with zeros. Do I even care? Nah, I don't even care. I may care. I probably care. I care. Let's do it for now. For subfeed sub. Do you have trouble fastening the HTC Vive Audio Deluxe strap? Like it gets really tough to rotate the circle at some point? The back strap? No. I mean, if you're trying to do it too tight, maybe. But you don't actually need to get it that tight for it to stay stable. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't really have a good solution. It's just you don't need to do it that much. Int L equals 0. L is less than length. L plus plus. And then for int W. Map LW. Is that how it's assigned here too? That's weird. Equals 1. Alright, so now we're just initializing everything to a float of 1. So that is full height. Goody, Oliver! Welcome, guys. How's it going? What level are you in Orbis now, Goody? Alright. So now we have the map. Yeah, this will be cool. Alright, so public void. We're gonna have some fun with this one. Okay. So hold on. Let me think through this real quick just to make sure I don't get myself into a bind. So I'm gonna have a single point. I want it to start out actually. I want it to start from a random point on the map. That random point on the map is going to then get a random direction that it's going to take, and then at each iteration, it is going to set its cell to 0. Here, let me actually write this down. All right. One. All right, I'm not going to worry about that. Pick random point. ROM. Worm, yo. Pick random point. Pick random direction. Set cell to 0. Move in direction. Random new direction. So I'm going to have two things that influence direction. One of them is going to be just Perlin noise to just kind of like snake it around because I don't want just straight lines. So just a smooth Perlin noise to move around that way. However, then I also want it to have a chance at changing it some more in a more arced direction. Okay, so I'm going to have some random deviance on this. For the noise to going straight. More random. Random greater than X. I'll decide what these variables are later. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have it to where if the random is greater than or less than a certain amount, then it's going to start arcing it constantly. So I'm going to have a modifier that says increase the angle over and over and over again. So it's just going to constantly rotate it so I can have like an actual circle potentially if it never changes again. Okay, and that will cool. So that will override the general angle. Okay. And that will say cap it, and then I'll pick a random to go anywhere from, let's say, 30 degrees. So maybe the maximum bend that it could have is like a 30-degree angle. That could work. And then if cell does not equal 1, stop. Alright, so this is pass 1. Pass 2 should use the same starting points. No. How do I want to do this? Maybe this should actually just be a linear scan across. Yeah, that's probably how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to scan across, and then if it finds a cell that is 0, it's going to get its neighboring cells. and blend them. By blend them, I mean... What do I mean by that? Okay, so to draw this out, let's talk about through this some more. And that, Mister, I'm actually talking about depth right now in terms of how I want to do this. So by default, this point will be the lowest of it. There's also, whenever I finally do this, there's also going to be some noise to have elevation just changes as just a matter of course. This will be just generating the standard depth, and then there's going to be noises added on top of that. But in terms of this, I want... Okay, so let's just go up here and let's say we have a grid. Man, you know what? Let's just actually open up Excel because I'm going to be dealing with numbers here. All right. So this is essentially how it's going to look for a plateau. I'm not going to go too crazy on this, but just this. Okay, so then everything else that's not a 0 is a 1. So it's going to find this is 0, and then search around it in each of these neighboring cells. If it is 1, it will make it 0.2. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to go... why didn't that work? What? Oh my gosh, are you serious? It's rounding right now. Can I change this? Format cells, number, decimal places. Yeah, let's just do that. Ah! You jerk! Alright, good enough. One last change. Decimal places. I don't actually want a 0 preceding it, but whatever. I don't even care. Alright, so 0.2, and then it's going to check 0.2 here. Nothing there. Okay, so that's... Okay, so to merge these things... maybe this should be 0.5. Do I want like a gradual slide in? No, I don't. I want it to be exponential increase. So how's the math on that going to work? And then over here it's going to merge them, so it's going to find 1, 1, 1. Let's just map this out. So right now I'm just sort of figuring out how I'm going to do this in my head. So this, it finds a... Okay, it's getting through. It finds a 0.2 here. It should find its neighboring cells. And it should change them. Ah, how do I want to do this? There's got to be a, like, there's probably a good way of doing this. Mr. Money, I stream sometimes. There's no set schedule. It's really just whenever I have time. I don't really have a set schedule for the streaming. For my videos, it's every Monday and Thursday. But for streaming, it's just whenever I have time. Okay, so feather map C#. Let's just see what this. Array is equivalent of CSAP map string double. Wait, what? Why does that? This might be kind of what I'm looking for. How to apply a map? Build an image processing library. Okay, I don't want a full image processing library, but this may have kind of the logic that I'm looking for. This is convolution filters. First and further offers on one level of undo. Wow, fantastic. So what is a convolution filter? Essentially, it is a matrix as follows. Huh? Pixel? What does this even mean? Okay. Okay, this doesn't help me. Where's that feather? Ugh. Great. Thanks, Google. You find a question inside a post. Okay, well, I think that I actually had an idea on that one. Okay, so instead of having to do like this weird math where I try to apply like 0.2, I am going to have it simply... Okay, this will make it much easier. Basically, instead of having like a float in this map to indicate how high or low it should be, this first pass is just going to mark how far away it is from the center. So this could be numbers, let's say 5 passes. And then once I'm done, I can apply the logic on that one. So 0 would be like 0, this one would be 1 x high, this would be 5, this would be 8, 15. Alright, so something like that. So I can indicate just by how far away it is. And that should be okay. Is that okay? Okay, so what about here? So that is in between 2. So that's okay. So that should just still be 1. 2, 1, 1, 1. It would have to be its closest. Determining this would be computationally expensive. Oh, would it? No, it wouldn't, because I can just determine the lowest number that's next to it. Yeah, that's easy enough. Just playing through this right now to see how this would look in terms of like a feathering concept. Oops. 'Cause you're 1, 1, 1. Here. Ooh, I have an idea. This will make this so much easier. I don't need to do that. Conditional formatting. Haha! Excel! Let's do... Yep. Perfect! Perfect! Sort of perfect. I need to change this. Um, 50. Let's change this. Midpoint is... Oh, percentile. 50%. I see. So this will change if I get rid of these. Yeah. Woot. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, this is going to work, I think, fantastically. Yeah, this is going to work great. So this will apply a proper feathering around them. So I'll even have, oh, this is going to be really cool. So I'll even have like these little dips. So do I want, yeah, I want diagonals to count for this too. So this will even have like these little mini plateaus potentially on the inside. Oops. Cool. In reality, these should be much, much, much bigger than this in terms of the cell sizes. So that should be fine. Very cool. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so one pass we'll go through, find all the zeros, go around it. If it's something other than 0, then ignore it. No matter what, set it to 1. Yes. So find a 0. If it's not 0, set it to 1. And then go over it again. If the number... Oh, wait, so if it's not 0. So if the number is 0 or greater than 1, set it to 1. Yeah, because I don't want to override 1s with 5s. Yeah, 1 or greater than itself. Perfect. Okay. This will work. And yeah, let's change this to int, because ints are easier. Ah, I'd already used int there anyway. Lols. Okay, so we're setting it all to 0 now. No, we're not. Setting it all to 1. Nope, setting it all to 0. Oh my gosh, make up your mind. Okay, so we're going through and we're marking everything as 0. No, we're marking it all as -1. That should work. -1 means it hasn't been hit yet. At the end of it, I'll go through and mark everything that hasn't been hit as 1. Okay, so pick a random point, pick a random direction, set cell to 0. That's good. Move in direction, random new direction, perfect. If cell does not equal 0, stop. Oh, no, if cell equals 0, stop. Okay, worm pass more. This isn't a worm pass anymore. This is a feather pass. Scan array. If 0, set neighbors to 1. Mr. Yes, obstacles will be added on top of that as well. Those are going to be added in later on. Okay. Setting neighbors to 1 should work. Although the logic here should be one or lowest of 2 numbers. Going back up to 1. No. Going back up to 5. No. We'll just go with 10. 10 will be the highest that I go. I think that I'm only going to have 5 passes, but that's fine. Okay. Set neighbors to 1 or lowest of 2 numbers. So for example, if pass number is 1, no, for example, if pass number is 3, and there is a neighboring cell that is already set to 1, then just move on. Perfect. That should keep it from overriding any other cells. Yeah. If pass number -1. Cool. So it's going to be looking for its predecessor and then fanning out from there. Yeah, this is actually incredibly easy. Okay, so public void worm. Start worms. Public. Public. Okay. All right, so now the worm logic, though. How to... Yeah, all right, I'm going to create a new class. Actually, I'm just going to keep it inside here. And worm will just get its next location. Mr. Money, of course. At all points. Alright. Do I want it to know its location? Do I really care? No, I just want the worm to decide where it's going to go. So here it's going to have angle. It's going to have okay, so angles okay. It's going no, that's actually mostly it. So this should return like -1, 1 for which direction it should go based off of its angle. Yeah, this is actually pretty easy. And some other Perlin noise values. So, oh, for that I do need to get its current X and current Y. Ah. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about this, I really don't need. Well, yeah, it's okay to keep this in the class. Okay. So, angle is fine. So that's direction. What else did I say? Random starting point. That's fine. I'll just create a worm. And this angle is there a 0 and 365? I think this is no. Why? Oh. Wait, why is there ambiguity there? I guess that's why. Mr. Money, the idea of Wands probably won't make it into this. So the entire point of all this is I'm sort of like mimicking a concept from a book by Brandon Sanderson, or a series of books from Brandon Sanderson called Stormlight Archive. No wands in that one. That is inclusive, right? Yeah, min inclusive and max inclusive. Okay. 360, not 365. Cool. So that will give me my angle. And is there an easy way of converting angle to... Yeah, I guess... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so... Imagination is good. Don't apologize. Okay, so general angle is going to only be modified at the end of a move. General angle. Okay. So let's also get a random at the start dot value. I'll probably use this for a few different things. Minus 0.5. So that'll be negative 0.5 or positive 0.5. So maybe 30. So 60. All right, so this should give it a positive or negative change, potential general change of the angle of 30 degrees, because it'll be half of this. Most of the time it probably won't be that, but in some cases you could have a 30-degree shift in the angle. That's good. So this will make it, yeah, I think this will work just fine. Oh, wait. I want the angle to be constantly modified, though. So this is the general angle, so that's good. So that will allow me to have these potentially sometimes sharp angles. And then I also want a curve. Curve amount. And curve amount should start as, actually I just like this, half a degree. Right? Oops. So it will always be adding at every single step a potentially up to a half degree change. And yeah, we could have this change as well. Yeah, just on the opposite end of the random. Okay. So then now that we have these values here that are setting at the end of every one of these moves, let's get the general angle. And so now we're going to have a change. Nope. We're going to have a next step. angle equals general angle plus curve amount. So it can be positive or negative, that's fine. It'll just modify the next step. So it's going to take the general angle, add on the curve amount, and then we can take that and apply it to the current x and current y. Hey, Noswolf. Thankfully, this thing I don't think I've ever had, knock on wood, but I don't think I've ever actually had a crash in Visual Studio. Unity crashes regularly. Visual Studio though is a pretty sturdy product. But yes, still good to save. And I do more reflexively save in IDEs for whatever reason. Like I get done with a line and I just hit Control S. If you ever see like a little asterisk up here, like that right there, that means I haven't saved it yet. So you'll see that kind of fluctuating every now and again. In terms of, or the question, will I publish it? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it'll ever get that far, but I'm having fun doing it. In the description of each one of these, though, I'm putting an upload link. So if you want to play around with it inside the Vive, absolutely go ahead. So okay, so next step angle that's good. So now I need to just find out how I should modify the values. So just to visualize it some more, there's probably, wait, hold on, let's do from angle get normalized x and y. Ah, this is a thing. Convert angle radians to heading vector. If you have angle A in radians in the range of pi to negative pi, then convert it, oh wait, it's not pi to negative pi, then convert it to a vector with v, or a vector v with, cos A and then sin A. Okay, so I should probably have negative values in this as well. So how do I make it to where, because that'll just make things easier. How do I, actually I like the idea of returning a vector too anyway. What do I need to do to modify this? So general angle, derp. Negative 360 to 360. Ooh, and I need to wrap this. I do. Okay, so general angle. Good, here. So if general angle is greater than 360, then I need to subtract 720? No. Yes, right? Does that math work right? Yeah, no, that works right. So if it's greater than that, angle minus equals 720. All right, because it's going to put it back on the other side of this thing. So no, that's not right at all. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so if the value is 370 and I subtract 720 from it, I'll get 350, which is okay. That is right. Jeez, I'm so bad at like simple things. It's really quite horrible. Is less than 360, then add 720. Perfect. That allows it to wrap. Next step, random, that's all fine. Curve amount, not an issue. Is it? Is curve amount an issue? Maybe. Nope, I'm not adding to it, I'm just setting it. So next step, oh, I need to do that here too. Wait. I should be adding... curve amount to the general angle no matter what. Plus equals this. Curve amount can potentially change. And then I need, yep, I need to add. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that way it is constantly changing. Okay. And then I don't need this. I will just keep its angle there, and then just at the end of every step, I will modify it. Good. I think we're getting there. So now that I have this, it can be negative or it can be positive, so I should just be able to, after all this is said and done, and for this I want the cosine of general angle and the sine of oops. Oh my gosh, my hands aren't working right now. What? Why did it say it didn't exist in the current context? Whatever. Okay, so this should just work. This should be, yeah. So instead of this, let's call it get a heading vector to be all fancy. Nothing to see on this test just yet. So this is actually just modifying the values. I mean, I guess I could like run this through a loop so we could see the value of a single move, but this won't really tell us too much until we actually have it on a map. So now we have this is all of this right here was just to determine where these steps should go. So now we have a worm. I don't actually care about anything else yet. So now up here we should equals new worm, and we need a starting point. And the starting point should be between 0, oops, and length. It's not lens fair. Oh, I guess I'm not saving these. Okay. Vive game recommendation? That's a pretty broad question. Any particular genre that you had in mind? How do I want to do this? Okay, so let's actually make this a little bit more contained. So worm. No, don't worry about that. Thanks, Christian. And there we go. Oh, that's right, I'm not adding actually any... I'm not adding any noise to this at all. Do I care? Do I want noise on this? No. No, I'll add the noise later on. So in that case, do I even... Yeah, okay, so get heading vector, and yeah, no, this is actually... No, okay, I don't want to keep the X and Y in here, because that would mean that I'm passing the array in, and I don't want multiple worms modifying at the same time. So I'm going to keep this as yeah. No. Just because it's keeping its state doesn't mean that it has to... Oh my gosh. Travel, stop being so stupid, man! Okay, so public void move. There we go. This is what I want. All right, so vector 2. Actually, no. I do want to store this as vectors. Makes things so much easier because then I can just add them. Theoretically, this should just set vector equal or plus equals get heading vector. Because theoretically, this should return 0, 1. Okay. And oops, vector 2. Yeah, that's easy enough. Hey, Nikki. 2 Nickies. Nikki Stacy and Nikki Snow. Ha! The flinging and floating is fantastic. I love how that works. If you didn't see it last night, it is so much fun. Actually, give it a shot. There's a link in the description for the Tribal's Derpy Windrunner V2. Download that and give it a go. Tell me what you think. So I'm currently modifying the mesh that is, or I'm creating the logic to modify the mesh. The mesh that's in there is interesting, but it's not what I want. So I'm completely redoing that entire approach. And okay, so this is a worm. I have a worm. The worm should move around and do its thing. I need a starting vector. Does random just have like a new vector? Length and width. Why are you all highlighted? Oh. Cool. There we have a starting vector. There you start the vector. And then now we can apply this to the map. Cool. All right. So, starting vector, there's that. So now there is just the matter of looping through this worm. I'm probably going to create a list of worms, but for now let's do while. I'm probably going to want to break into this just in case a worm goes in like a crazy loop. Actually, this will be okay. That'd be kind of cool. While worm move. Vector 2 location equals worm 2. No, this is not how I want to do. While not dead end. Worm dot move. And I know I'm going to be skipping the starting point, but I think that's okay. Is it? No, it's really not. Yeah, it is. It's okay. Yeah. So that will keep me from having like a point at the very edge of the map that just immediately goes off. So I can have that point and it has to move inward. Otherwise, that's a dead worm from the very beginning. So that's okay. Cool. So I will skip the first location to allow points to potentially... Anyway, it's fine. I don't really care about that first point anyway. It didn't do anything for me. Mister, why would you add climbing mechanics and ladders whenever you can fly? Nikki, no. So this is I'm still going to be using the flying. What I'm doing right now here, let me actually open up this again for the people that have just joined. What I'm doing right now is creating this to where it's going to have like a map that is everything in black is going to be a raised platform. Everything that is white is going to be lowered. So all of these are going to be like these little caverns that you have to fly around, and so you could potentially get into like one of these areas here and branch off and move around. So it's going to create like kind of a maze-ish like thing. So the goal is to have these worms that just like sort of casually move around and sort of carve out this area. And I'm going to create a bunch of them around this, so they all just sort of like move around and carve out what hopefully will eventually be like these large plateau type shapes. And I'm going to have multiple passes to go through and kind of feather these out as well. So that's the plan. Okay, so new location. And now that I have this new location, I'm going to check to see if on that map, map, new location. I'm rethinking something. Hold on. No, that's okay. New location dot x and new location dot y. Oops. If this equals 0, why are you angry? Float to end. Oh, yeah, fair point. Fair point. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so that is important. Is it important? No, it's not too very important. Is it? Yes, it is important. So I need to round these things. I need to round them to... What do these come up with right now? So these will be like -0, 1. Yeah. Okay, so I need to round these to whole numbers. Yeah, I think that's all I need to do. And I may have to play around with this. Round to int. Yeah. Yay. Nice, easy operations. Cool. So that should do it. And then now I can just safely convert these to ints at this point. Cool. So if this value and that value equals 0, then dead end equals true. Continue. No, break. Actually, there's just no point. Okay, so otherwise... These aren't objects. I should really make these objects. Oh well. Equals 1. Yes. This should work. So I'm going to test this, and in a way, maybe? How can I test this easily? Yeah, I can think of a way. So now that I have this worm going around, I'm going to leave it at that for now. That's fine. Okay, so starting worms. Let's start worms, and then afterwards, I'm going to, whenever I test this, I'm going to generate it with like a map of like 100 by 100, and then I'm going to create a series of loops to go through this again, and then this time I'm going to log it. After every length, it's going to drop a line. Yep. Zero, 1. Yep, this should work. Line plus equals... Yep. Yar. That'll do it. Let's do this. Okay, so now that I have this procedural plateau generator, let's drop this into, I guess, the plateau generator at the start of it. And that should just work. Oops. What? Oh, that's weird. Let's make this, let's start it by 50 by 50. I don't know how long. Yeah, no, I can do 100 by 100. Okay. Do you have any other logging? No. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Any bets on if this will fail dramatically? It failed dramatically. How is this out of bounds? Oh, that's how. So I made something like go off of the map. Derp. If new location dot x is less than 0, or new location dot x is greater than length dot greater than length minus 1. Oh, sorry. Greater than length minus 1. No, just greater than length. Okay. Then we are going to break. Or, same logic. Y width. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Index out of bounds. What? How is it always just 0 or 1? Oh my goodness, I have something's derped really bad. All right, so now this is out of bounds. Wait a second, you shouldn't be able to be out of bounds. What's the value that I'm trying to grab? Greater than y. Did I have these backwards? No, I'm using x for length everywhere. Maybe it is with... No, it should be. Alright, well, let's just do this for now. Let's just see if that still causes the problem. Okay, so that was it. I was just letting it get off of the corner. Now, why is it... That's way more than 100 anyway. What am I logging here? Log line. Oh, I'm not clearing line for one. Oh no, yeah, I am. I'm clearing it over here. Line map plus equals map length width. There's no way that I am just going through... This is weird. How... How is this possible that it's just generating zeros and ones? Oh, but it's not always. It's 1, 1, 1. Okay. That's... weird. Hold on. Okay. Start worms. That's for debugging. That's fine. Random. Worm. New worm. If dead end. Break will get out of it no matter what. If map x y equals 0. Wait, am I breaking out of the ifs? No, breaks out of the while, not the if. What, Nikki? I am only using randoms in determining location. I'm not using it in terms of how I'm assigning it. So down here, I am rounding it to an int. Here, let's that's an interesting point. All right, so let's see what I'm returning here. And let's drop this for now. Ah! I'm not normalizing this vector. Am I ever getting, like, negatives on this? No, I'm not. It's always just increasing. Is it? No, it's getting close to it. 1, 1, 2, 1. Ah, come on now. All right, well, that's fine. Let's normalize. Okay, I still don't understand how this could have caused what it did, but that's okay. Let's do something here. That is not right. For one, it's pulling back. Okay, so let's actually round it afterwards. I want this normalized though. This needs to be normalized. Oh, okay. So that... No, this should be... Yeah, I'm returning a new vector 2 from it. Returns this vector with magnitude of 1. Okay, so that should be right. And I know this won't come back correctly anymore. But it's okay. Let's see what those return right now. Hello? Oh, it's running forever. Because it is never hitting a 0. Oh, poop. And now it's frozen. Oh, no! And this is why saving in Unity is important. Oh, wait. Can I stop it? Oh, I did stop it. How did it stop? It must have... What stopped it? I don't even know. That's weird. Okay, but these are not normalized. These values here... Here, let's have a lifespan of this, by the way. If dead end... No, let's do... and lifespan. Let's do 1,000 for now. There we go. How about just that? Okay, so if the lifespan is less than 0, then it'll stop. Okay, so I still don't understand why... Like, I thought my understanding of normalized was that this would return a -1 or 1 or 0. Well, sorry, or any int in, or sorry, any float in between -1 and 1. Yeah, I mean that's what with a magnitude of 1. Oh, wait. That's right, because vectors have actually a different, they have like a magnitude as well. Ew. Okay, how do I get 0 or 1 from this? Costerson apparently is. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I was actually under the same impression as well. So why is this suddenly not that? Wait a second. Wait a second. No, that's still... This should still be 1 or... Oh my goodness. Derp, derp, derp. Correct your angle ranges to negative or positive 180. Missing a minus in less than. Sorry? I don't know what you mean. How do I turn on... I don't even know. Alright. Okay. Let's see what happens. Just if I take off the normalizer, is it any different? Why? Why aren't you logging anymore? That's actually what I was about to do. Let's see. Tools, options. Line numbers. There we go. Did I see word wrap as an option in Visual Studio? Who in God's name would put line wrap on that? Oh my goodness. You only need 360 degrees. But there is negative... Oh. Why did I read somewhere that it needed, in Unity, you needed negative 360 and positive 360? I think you're right, and maybe in this case, since what I'm doing with it is I'm just getting an angle. Yeah. Okay. Let's revert that. And where was it? So I still need this. It's greater than 360 minus equals 360. Greater than 360 plus 360, or less than minus, or less than 0. Oh, there was a negative there. Wait, is that what you're talking about? Here, hold on. Before I change like huge things of logic, is less than negative 360. Okay, so that's actually what I intended to do with this. But still, that shouldn't throw this off at all in terms of what I was seeing. Yeah, thank you for spotting that one. My while condition is wrong? While lifespan is... it is wrong. Derp! Yup. While a number that's assigned to 1000 is less than 0, don't do anything at all. Oh my gosh, okay. Thank you for that. We're still getting large numbers. By large, I mean greater than 0. Or greater than 1 and less than negative 1. Why is this? Where is my understanding of what this should be doing is wrong? Let's investigate this. There's my other log line. Okay, I don't care about you anymore because you're just well, okay, I may care about you. But let's turn you off for now. All right, so oops. Let's see what you return. And let's see, maybe there's just something weird with vector 2 initialization that is beyond me. No! Clear. That's exactly what I was expecting. I'm expecting these. Yeah, every single one of these is exactly right. I'm expecting numbers between -1 and +1. Yet somehow, whenever I assign it to a vector 2, as a float, this is returning a float, this takes a float, so there's no weird rounding. What? Out of curiosity, what is the override on this? Oops. Oh, just an empty vector 2. I mean, it may do print. I'm not sure. This isn't rounding. This is amplification. Like, I don't understand what is happening here. Okay. So let's take this log line again. Let's take you and let's see what happens like directly underneath it. Oops, I don't even care about that. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. That's what I'm looking for. Am I grabbing a different vector? Return new vector. Get heading vector. No. That's because I was looking at a completely different number. This vector of move is not supposed to be modifying. It's returning the new vector on the map. So those numbers, 36, 38, those are actually its XY coordinates, which is exactly what I intended for this method. But then I forgot because I'm an idiot. Okay. So moving on past that, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh, that's probably one of the biggest derps I've had on all these streams so far. It's one thing to not figure something out, it's another thing to just derp so hard. Okay, so this vector is returning exactly what I want. It is this that I needed to round the ints to make it exactly what I want. Actually, no, I can still round on this one because I'm just applying it to a vector. This vector here, starting vector, is coming in as starting vector, new range. Is this a float? This is an int. Okay, so that's fine. So I should just be able to, I should still be able to normalize, or not normalize, I should just be able to add this after, yeah, I should, I don't like it though. To vector dot x vector dot y, and we're going to round these values. So I'm going to keep the floats as they are. That way I can keep things more natural. However, I'm going to round at this point. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. Math f dot round to int. Okay. Now we're back to understanding, or trying to figure out why, after all of this, we're getting like 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, so new location, worm move, if x is less than 0, or blah, blah, blah. Yep, break it. If it finds a 0, it should break. Otherwise, set the map at that new location. XY, XY to 1. Okay, that seems like it should all work out. Starting worms. Now I have this length, width, line plus equals map at length and width. Debug line. Oh shoot. Too much logging. That is so bizarre. Like it's not just printing, it's not just alternating 0, 1 and 0, 1. There's some, like here, there's like 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is so bizarre. How? Like the break is not handling the way, and no, this has a lifespan of 1,000. There is way more than 1,000 ones on here. No. Nope, no, nope. So I know I'm instantiating, or I'm starting it on 3 separate classes. 4, I guess. Oh no, that last one didn't count. Anyway, so let's turn this off. So there's absolutely 0 chance of this like colliding, but so now we have less logging statements at least. But still, that's way more than 1,000 ones. These shouldn't be relative coordinates. These should be. These are the. Yeah, these are the values of the map. So right here, this logging, I am just printing out the values of the map. Is it wise to generate a new object vector on each and every step? Oh, I mean, this is not efficient at all. If you're talking about this right here. However, I'm just wrapping it. I don't want to modify the existing vector. And so I'm just wrapping it in a new vector after rounding the previous vector's ints to the nearest whole number. Yeah, so 36, 0, yeah, just 36 instead of 36.1111 or whatever. Okay. Okay. So instead of this, let's just see what happens. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. Fascinating. Okay, so this should not be happening here. If new location X, new location Y equals 0, I should be breaking. Is breaking out of a while loop not breaking the way I expect it to? Like, is C# break different than everything I know about the word break? Yeah, no, break should just break the while loop. I mean, just for... Let's just see what happens if I do this. Does that suddenly solve it? It shouldn't. Shouldn't do a thing, but the fact that I'm like logging here equals 1 here means that this conditional here didn't pass. Map xy equals 1. Yet I copied and pasted. Oh wait. Yeah, no, here. Like I'm using the exact same lookup and it's coming back as 1 equals 1. Yeah, it's it's the same everywhere. Like the fact that this is not doing what I expected it to. Okay, that's fascinating. It suddenly did it a bunch less. But it still did it sometimes? It's terminating at edge. Here, let's run it again. Terminating at edge. So it should be terminating here, right? It should... Why is this not resolving? So I want it to do if it hit itself. That is what it is. I had it at 0 at first, but oh no, that's what I was intending. This should be 0. I didn't need to set this as 0. It should have been as 1. Oh no. If it equals 0, then it should go because I'm setting it at 0. 1 was the previous words that are not nice. Hit empty. Yep, hey, what do you know? It suddenly resolves. Ah! Ah! Okay, so now this should resolve, or this should come back and look something more like what I expect. Need a fail counter? A fail counter would be fantastic, actually. I need to set up how to do that. I need to, like, have these on the stream. No! It's still doing it! That's because it's 10! It's not 1, 0! It's 10! That's... Oh, no! I am so stupid. Oh, no! No, no wonder there were so many 1s and 0s. Oh, no. No. Oh, wow, that's so bad. All right, where's my line? It's going to be a tiny little line, isn't it? Yeah, it only went a few times. It hit an empty. Where are you? Can I see you? I don't know. Here, let's change this logging a little bit. Oh my gosh! Oh my god. Oh man. I'm doing it this way because I'm going to add on the other things later on. Oh, man. Isn't there, like, can I do, like, the ASCII for, like, the big white box? Nah, anyway, not going to worry about that for now. We'll just do 0 for now. Let's do 2 spaces there. Why are switch statements weird? It's better than having, like, 15 ifs in some cases. Hey! Wait. Why did you break? Hit empty. Did it turn around? It must have done like an about face, which shouldn't have been possible, so I'll have to look into that. What did you do here? Hit empty. No, I don't think you did. You're dying in the middle. This worm's defective, guys! Oh, yeah, they do look weird. I can agree with that. Okay. I wonder... No, is there any way that this could be 0, 0? No, always it has to be changing. Round to vector. I wonder if it's checking itself in some cases. But that would mean it's 0, 0. Okay, so now we're going to log two things. We are... Wait, am I ever moving it? Yeah, I am. Okay, so vector here is moving. Okay. Alright, so there's that. I want to try logging this to see what's happening here. And then I'm going to also... New location. Oh man, it's just gonna be vector. But I do want to log this as rounding it here. Actually, I'll log both. Okay. So ooh. I'm using vectors on all these. I don't need to do the x and y's individually. Direction, vector, new location. So at this, I should be able to see whenever it says hit empty, I should be able to look at the previous two moves and see what happened. Okay, so hit empty. We had... Yep, okay, so it's checking itself. How is that possible, though? Oh, because it didn't move enough. Got it. That makes sense. Rounding keeps it from, like, if it's, like, going diagonally, it may not actually be enough to jump over. That makes sense. Alex, I am so sorry if you're seeing me in the large scale. Here, actually, 1 second. I'm gonna do something really mean. How's that? That just ruined your day, did it not? So, okay, so now I know what's going on. We're not moving enough, so we need to... we need to check to see if the new direction, or the next... Okay, so... Stop derping, stop derping. Okay. So instead of that, we're going to have vector 2 equals vector plus equals vector plus getting heading vector. Okay. And then we are going to compare it. Actually, better yet. Direction plus equals vector. If vector dot equals on two vectors works. Yeah, it should. I hope. I better. Dot new vector. We should only have to do it one time. I don't want to. I only want to add to it if it's not going to move it. So Alex, I'm glad you asked. So as of right now, this is just going to be for the windrunners. So the lashing from, like, you know, for the flying mechanics, I also want to do it with like the shield. You know what I mean? And other various things eventually. I also hopefully eventually want to make it to where the point of the maze is to get to the fight. And maybe have this to be like a countdown or a timer, and I want it to where you actually have to race to a location and fight off a bunch of Parshendi or other things. So that's where I'm going with this. But short steps, like right now, it's just going to be a race through a maze. Noswolf, yeah, man, you've been around for a long time, man. You are one of the originals, I think, or very, very close to it. You dorters are funny? What is a dorter? Okay, so a vector equals new vector. I should just be able to add it to it again. So tell you what, let's do this just in case. While new vector equals vector. Let's actually move this in. No, I don't need to do that. Direction, new vector. Oh, I want to make this like more elegant. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm capturing its current. Let's rename that to current. Current vector. I'm grabbing the direction that it needs to go. While vector is equal to the current one, then add the direction. So that way, even if I have to move it out twice, then that's fine. Vector new location. Yeah, I'll leave that logging line for now. All right, let's give that a shot. Ah, clear on play. That's I keep on clearing it. I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh, my daughter's yeah. Well, I only have one daughter, and then I also have a son. My daughter has friends that come over from time to time, though. Hit empty. Ah! That's weird. Okay, so it looks like it made progress. So it started here, derp, 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 and then what happened here? How did it... Okay, let's check my logging lines. So here we have it. So it got to itself again. How is that even possible? $60.44, $60.43, $60.40. I should be adding to it. What is the... Okay, so what is the heading? I should be adding this until it's no longer the same. Okay, so that equals line must not be working the way that it should. Anybody know if equals returns the truth, the given vector is exactly equal to this vector? No, it's the same thing. Like these... Oh. No, it's not, because I'm not rounding it. Of course it can never return true. Okay, so I need to... I don't want to have to round it here. Okay. Aha! If vector dot distance... does vector 2 not have a distance function? Oh, okay. It's a static. Okay. I really don't like this idea, though. When is that? It's okay. I'm not worried about how expensive this is, because this is happening once at the very start. It should be fine. So vector and current vector is less than 1. That should be fine. Yeah. Why are you mad? Oh, derp. Hello? Vector distance. Oh. Let's try this. Oh. Okay, so this one, wait. The heck happened here? Oh. No, I don't like that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to round them. Maybe I just want to round that to begin with. Like, what am I saving? I'm not gaining myself anything by doing this. Okay, so we're gonna round here. There we go. And then now we can do if vector dot equals current vector. Current vector equals vector, direction, get heading, vector. So this will only ever be adding integers, so that's fine. I shouldn't need to round it here again, but I'm paranoid. It did it! So it's turning too much here, so I need to modify some things some more. However, so far, that is behaving exactly like what I was expecting. It started way off in the corner. It's a circle-ish, almost, kind of. Look at that! Okay. So now I want to wrap this. I need a couple more worms. Yeah, so for wait. Let's do this. Count. For int I equals 0, I less than count I plus plus. Let's start 10 of these suckers. Let's just see what happens. Yep, that makes sense. There's too much logging going on. Okay, that created like a straight line, it looks like. That's weird. Oh, cool, look at that! We have something weird going on there. And then it looks like it went out. So this isn't like this font. Can I change this font to where it's like Consolos or something? Because that'd be great. Okay, you know what? That's fine. So we have a map now. We have strings that we can pull, and I can tweak things. And worm count. Okay. Here, I'm gonna drop these because I'm content with that now. I'm content with this now. I may want you again, so I'm not gonna delete that because that's too much typing. All right, so start worms. That's good. That's good. Procedural plateau. Cool. So then I am. Yeah. Procedural plateau, worm count, and I'll drop this too. Actually, I'll drop all this just for the efficiency of it. What? What do you mean it doesn't exist in the current context? Oh. My bad. All right. Chatbots, you mean like so it shows up in the video? Yeah, I have them. I see them. I glance over from time to time. If you want me to see something, like put @Tribal Instincts in it, and it like highlights. So there's some chat that you guys are just talking back and forth. So if I'm missing anything, please call it out. And since your name is Mr. Money, I will also call out the fact that, you know, you can do super chats, like for the sum of like $10,000 or something, and I will definitely see those, Mr. Money. Absolutely. Here, let me show you what it looks like. See? These are very noticeable. Okay, where was I? So now that I have this, I just need to return the map and iterate over it in a generator. We're going to rename this Procedural Plateau Map. Plateau Map generator. I don't need to name procedural. It's in code. It's like adding code to the end of the name. Okie and I just need to return this. So actually, let's change this. Public int generate. Sure. I'm excited for this. I hope it's good. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but so I've made a few different prototype games in the past, and I got them to where they were in a functional state, but they all were not fun. This so far has been the first one that I've gotten where there's no game yet, and it's already fun. So this is cool. I'm excited. Mr. Money said bye. He did no such thing. Did he? Oh. Okay. Bye. But how do you turn raw data structures into terrain? Good question. So this is step 1, where I will just have 0s and 9s in this case. I'm going to revert this back to 10 because... No, I'm going to revert this... I'm gonna keep it at 10. I hope it doesn't bite me in the butt later on. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy this out. Actually, I'm going to rename this because this is just wrong. Let's say this is called ravine. Ravine? Is that how you spell ravine? Probably. Yeah, I don't know why it looked wrong. So this is a ravine generator. And I need to tie that back up to Unity before I forget. No, I don't. I don't even care. I can make up those values again. Alright, so that is... This is a ravine generator. Why didn't it change the class name? Visual Studio. Why are you derping? Ravine generator. Oh, that's right, because .cs classes in C#, they don't care what kind of classes you have on the inside. That's just the name of a file. Hey. What? My wife is glaring at me, guys. I may have done something wrong. What did I forget to do?
Actually, it's the really, really ridiculous thing that happened to me outside earlier.
Oh, okay.
I tried washing Maya outside
Uh-huh.
in a bucket.
Uh-oh.
She jumped out.
Uh-huh.
Completely soaking wet.
Uh-oh.
And ran straight for that pile of dirt.
Oh, no. Did you get pictures?
I don't know. She
Oh.
was moving really fast. I tried it. Oh my god, I didn't know it was bad.
Wow. She was just like a furry mud ball?
Blob.
Wow. That's terrible.
Completely covered, like embedded. I just stood there in shock.
Rip.
Also, is your brother coming over?
Yeah. Oh, he asked what time. Hold on, let me message him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave to go get paper towels and stuff.
Okay.
But they can be in charge of dinner tonight.
Sure. He hasn't gotten paid yet. So he can pay us back.
I was just more along the lines of I don't want to do anything because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, nice and clean now.
Excellent.
But not after a very fun experience.
Okay. Love it, bye. So my cute little puppy dog that you guys know, Maya, she has been dirty, and so my wife just gave her a bath outside in a tub. Maya decided to get out of that bathtub while completely soaking wet and run for the closest dirt pile and just completely like covered herself in it. So yeah, dog's clean now, but apparently that was a problem. Cool. And where am I? Where was I? Gosh, I hate distractions. Or like completely derailing thoughts. Let's see. Okay, ravine generator. That should have broken Unity because it shouldn't have. It should no longer know what a. Oh, huh! Look at that. Normally it's not as smart whenever you rename things, but cool. Okay, so now I want to create an actual class called Plateau generator. EAU. I hate the word plateau. Plateau generator. Because this one is a legitimate plateau generator, unlike the doppelganger or the imposter that is the ravine generator. However, I, being the horrible human that I am, just gonna copy and paste it and rename. Cool. So we have this. Actually, I'm going to drop this here before I forget. We have this. And we are... Actually, I'm going to keep this one here because we do need it. And... No, we don't. We don't need it there. We need it here. Whoa. Oh. Cool. So I don't have... I have about another hour to do this. Cool. And this is going to be Plateau map generator. Generator dot generate. Oh. I was lazy and put these all as floats because I didn't want to reassign them everywhere. This will be good enough. This doesn't actually have to be exact. Actually, you know what? That could be interesting. Could it? Could it? Could it? Nope, not very interesting. Never mind. I had an idea, but it turns out that that would not be a good idea. So let's add another... Actually, I could just commandeer smoothness. No, I want to keep this. Worm count. What? Oh. Did I really make that a... You're stupid, tribal. Alright, so now we have a map. That's good for me. Actually, I made it to where it doesn't impact performance while it's generating, just in case I want to generate on the fly. Noise seed, okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Pretty much everything in here, though, is different. Altering course. Yeah, none of this matters anymore. The only thing that matters is this down here. So much stuff. Let's see, all set. Nope, 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 nope. I mean, I'm going to rewrite some of those things again, but not like this. Is altering course, is altering direction, alter course rate. Nope, none of these things apply. Real time since start. Yeah, that's fine. So the code is here. Okay. So we're going to start this off by just making a map that... let's just do... Yeah, X, Y... the Y will change based off of the map. Yeah. Okay. Map. I'm using X and Y inside my generator, and then X and Z here. That's uncomfortable, but oh well. Not going to change it now. Map X Z. Is that all I need? Though I mean. Okay. What? Can I convert float to... oh, that. Got it. God, this is dumb. That may just work. Plateau. Turn off the ravine generator. Turn on the plateau generator. Let's make this 100, 100. Smoothness won't matter. I may add that back. Worm count 30. Saving it. Here goes. Move next was out of bounds. What? Update oh. Why does it move next? That is, oh, the iterator. Yeah, that makes sense. Did I have this? Do I? X is length. Oh no! I have these backwards and. Oh. What have I done? This is gonna be a pain in the butt to undo. Alright. I'll fix that later. Dang it, did it again. How is it out of bounds? I'm creating it at grid length. Am I logging anything in here? No. Map is generating. Am I actually returning it correctly? Generate map. Map here equals. Okay, so that's staying. So I'm definitely returning it correctly here. Length, width. So here I have length as x. Oh wait, no, that was right. Oh, that one's right. Plateau generator. Yep, x, z. Yeah, so that should be x. That should be z. But why is it out of bounds? Okay. So let's find out. How do I get the length of the second array? Well, no, I know how. So every one of the internal arrays could have a different size, but I am initializing them for each of the lengths. I'm adding it as the first one, width. Yeah. That should work. Alright, I'm just going to run this one more time just to see how far we get. Ah. So grid width is crapping out after 100. How am I doing? I'm doing 100, 100. So. Oh. Why was I doing +1 here? Surely there's a reason. I don't know. I'm not going to challenge that just yet. I'm just going to account for it. There we go. Gosh, logging statements take so long for Unity to process. Okay, are we done? Oh. Oh! It's so pretty! Look at that! I mean, this is step 1, but... Ah, that's cool! I don't understand that part. But... That's really cool. Worm count, 60. Go! Oh, no. Hold on, let me turn off these logging lines. It takes so long. Look at that. And then if I... Oh, that is so cool. So it's not exactly what I want yet. For one, I got to figure out why it's linking there. But I think that'll be fine once I smooth things out. They're turning too quickly, as another point. I think, right? How big is this? I think I need to jump into VR and find out. Branching would be good. Although that's where I hope that all the random ones, like, because you get branching sort of in some cases. Oh, that one hit itself. That's okay. I'm okay with this. Yeah, this is not creating the shape that I want, but we're getting there. That's pretty cool. Oh, too big. Oh. God, it is fast too. Yeah, this is definitely not the shapes that I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can keep them. Yeah. All right. Let's see what shapes I get if I just change the direction here. Let's half that actually. Ah, good point. They all are turning in the same direction, or at least they. Well, are they? Yeah. No, it's turning. Yeah. Here's an example of it changing. Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It likes circles. What happened there? That was weird. So now it's making bigger shapes sometimes. Let's half that even more. And yeah, that's fine. Oh, that wasn't actually the issue. This is the issue. Oh. Curve amount. Hold on, phone. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so let's divide this by 2. So that should change how much it curves. Nikki, you can link it. However, I do this halfway for just my own fun of figuring things out, so I no promises that I'll use it. But at this point, like I've kind of done the fun bit, so I may just want. How do I make it to where people can send links? Maybe. Oh, I have an idea. That's weird. Let's do. Ah. No. Nikki, message me on. Why isn't it letting me, like, go to your account? I'm trying to, like, give you permission. Whenever you have to hack into the HTML to try to find like a YouTube ID. And it's not there. It's not that I can see. Oh wait, author name, author badges. Yeah, I don't see actually your YouTube ID. That's stupid. Yeah, trying to, Nikki. But I don't see any way of finding it. So if you can like message me your YouTube ID on Discord or something, that would help. So I'm not very happy with these shapes. Maybe it should always start from a place that already has a... No, Nikki, if you actually go to like your about page, there is an actual YouTube ID. I'll find it later on. I'm pretty sure you've commented on a video or something, or just like send me a message, in the like go to my main profile and then go to about me, and then you can click message me, and then I'll be able to find it there. So the proper way of doing something like this is to create a bunch of shapes, and then grow them out and basically just kind of like have shapes kind of like bump themselves out and move them around. That's how typical procedural like map generation works. And I thought about doing it that way, however I figured that this could be an interesting way of doing it first. And I wasn't completely wrong, but this is not coming up with the shapes that I want. They need to be more continuous. So maybe the branching is the way. Maybe I just have like one starting point and then have recursion to branch off at various points. Yeah, let's try that. And this isn't a huge change. Okay. So where is our map? All right, so generate start worms, worm count. Let's change this. Yeah, we can keep the worm count for now. So that will just be how many branches it can do. So for this, I want it... Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that had any impact on it. Let's do... I mean, I just don't want it to repeat endlessly. So let's do that. Each branch should be able to branch off on its own. Do I want the worms to... Oh, okay, so this should be easy enough. So let's do while I spend, let's have a random number. No, we're going to start with 1. We are starting with 1, and we are going to check to see let's just start it off in the center. Okay. And then we are going to check at the end of it if it should branch. So how is, okay, so if I do this way, at some point I will branch and it could go off another way, and then this guy should be trying to continue forward. No, it's not, no, let's just try this. Let's see what this looks like. This will just be fun no matter what. So if random dot value is greater than, let's give it a 0.5% chance? No, much less than that. 99. Then we're going to start worms. Ooh. With half the amount of off branches that it can make. Let's see what happens. Give each worm their own commands? What do you mean? It's an unexpected type shape. Okay, so 5% is not enough. That was cool. It actually branched off right at the very beginning and it went 2 separate ways. 1% wasn't enough. So it's picking a random direction, which is not bad, but yeah, this isn't consistent enough. This is weird. Like crazy hieroglyphics are coming up on screen. Yeah, this isn't working, guys. Alright, let's branch it off much more aggressively. Yeah, this isn't working at all. That's cool. Kinda. Oh, it's like a little bow. Wow. Stayed straight the whole time? That shouldn't be possible. It should always be. Oh, I guess if the curve came back as 0. Dang. I should probably change that, actually. Curve amount needs to be at least something. I'll worry about that later on. Yeah, this is definitely an Egyptian crop circle simulator. What else would I be making? Oh, that's cool. That's my favorite. Okay, before I completely give up on this, before I change methods, I want to go ahead and complete this in terms of how I wanted to do it. So real quick, I'm going to make it go through and do the second pass. Start worms here. Yeah, cool. And So now we are setting the values to 0. Cool. So just because I'm lazy. Set neighbors, private void set neighbors to value. Okay. I'm using like X and Y and L and W all over the place. Who cares? We don't need to make sense of this later on, right? Code readability is for new people. What am I? Okay. And set value to pass number. If yep, if map length and width equals pass number minus 1. Cool. That will do that. No. Don't use any. Yeah, I should just like completely obfuscate every piece of this code. All right, so set neighbors. So now we have this. So now I'm going to iterate up, down, left, and right. Do I want to do corners? Did I decide yes or no on that? And yes, I do. Okay, so directions, just to save myself some time. Oops. Yeah, this should work. Do I need to do 0? Yeah, I do need to do 0. It just can't be 0, 0. Uh, 94, Unity directly understands compiled C# code, so it just executes it on its objects using the Unity engine and Mono and other various things that I really have no idea what I'm talking about. I just know they work together. What more do you want? Okay, so if X direction equals 0 and Y direction equals 0, continue. Yep. Otherwise, if, okay, more than that. So now we need to, X plus X direction, check Y equals Y plus Y direction. Okay. If check X is greater than length, or check Y is greater than width. No, I need to do more than that. Or check X is less than 0. check y is less than 0. Okay, continue. Otherwise, if map check x and check y is greater than value, equals value. Easy enough. Okay, so now we have that. So now we need to do a second thing. Oh wait, I'm already doing it where I'm just getting its value. So this should. So right now, yeah. Let's change this up a smidge. Yeah, okay. Let's just make this for now. Ah, look at that! It worked exactly how I hoped. Man, that's great whenever that just works. I don't like how rigid it is, so I'm not sure. I think that will help once I do like the Perlin noise stuff to it, but it still won't be fantastic. That's not great right there. I don't understand that at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something to like smooth this out. So there's gonna have to be an additional pass after everything is said and done to like smooth out this entire map. So let's change this to like 6. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Nosewolf. Uh-oh. What? Oh. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're going to do it again. Two and 3, and then we're going to set this back up to 10. Rip. Yay! I've made water! I mean, that's kind of cool in its own right. Look at that! Not what I intended. Like, these shapes that are coming out of here are not fantastic. But, like, okay, so this right here, this isn't dreadful. Alright, it's not what I want. But it's not completely wretched. Alright, I'm going to find a good one, and then I'm just going to fly around it. Let's do a lot more worms. Oh wait, that doesn't even matter! Because my worms are stupid! We're going to go back to this. So that way, we'll just do this. What? Oh, shut up. Nope. Oh, you need a number, you need a number for the range? Why you gotta be so picky, random? Like, I mean, kinda. What? What did I just do? How is it suddenly, like, did I change something else? Like, I just changed the, like, where it started. Nah, something's. Wait, did I save this? Yeah, I saved it. Something just got weird. I must have. Starting vector. Nothing else is. Did I change a different value? Nope. How did, like, changing. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. How in... How does changing my starting vector go from something that is... Oh, wait, here, hold on. Go from something that is, like, barren... Oh. Oops. Oh, Shift-C. Wrong thing. Oh. To that. How does a random location make... I'm so confused. Whoa. Alright, well, I'm just going to try to find one that kind of makes sense. Worm count 1. Like, there's no... What happens if I do worm count 0? Huh? Something's not right here. Something is very, very wrong. I am so confused right now. And how... Maybe something else is changing in between these two things. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay. In no cases is it ever, like, dramatic. Starting vector equals random dot range from 0 to length minus 1. Let's just start there. Nothing else is changing. How does a random... This doesn't make any sense at all. That's cool though. Like, that's cool. I'm okay with this. Like, this is... like, it's not at all what I want. But... I mean, that's pretty cool right there. Check it out. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's find a decent one. Ah, none of these are even close to what I want, guys. I failed. Oops. Whoa, that's huge. Whoa, that's cool. What? That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna fly around with this in a minute. Wait, does this even do anything? I don't think my little worm. I don't think my worms are very intelligent. Like something's clearly wrong here. That's pretty cool though. All right, I'm gonna go with that one. All right, guys, here we're gonna fly into it. Let me switch over to my Vive mic. Camera angles aren't fantastic, but that's quite all right. You guys don't need to see my ugly face anyway. All right, up we go. Ah, I see it. Little. Whoa. Ah! Did I put in the collider? Yeah, good. Oh, that's pretty cool. Boom. It's actually completely hideous. More so in here than it was. Oh, gosh. But I do like. This is actually. Okay, this is pretty neat. Oh, gosh. Ah! Oh! Wait, how do I keep on getting stuck to the walls? Oh, because my velocity is still impacted. Ah, okay. So I need to make it to where, like, my velocity, like, the forces stop applying if I've hit a wall. No, I guess that's not true, because I want to be able to like, run on the walls. Whoosh, whoosh. Wow. Okay. Very easy to get through this particular one. Didn't even think about that. And wow. All right, where do I want to go? I want to try navigating in through that thing over there. I need to have like something, some other type of movement. Oh, okay. Let's try like doing this gently. Nope. Got it. Nope. Oh no! I've panicked. Ooh. Ah, I made it back out again. Faster. Go back the other way. Crap. All right, I'm gonna go underneath that. So going underneath things is actually a lot more interesting than just going like around them. So I'm definitely going to be adding those to it. All right. Sound effects will make this so much cooler. It's amazing what effect sound has on it, but like the sound of like rushing wind, that is so cool. Just like jumped off that. All right, I'm gonna land on this plateau right here. Nope, nope. And come on now, you can do it. Got it. All right, I'm gonna hop over there. Ah, it's actually really, really hard to do. All right, gosh. All right, we're gonna hop. Got it. Nope. Yeah, got it. Dang it. That is really, really hard. Almost made it. There we go. Jeez. So as soon as you give yourself like weightlessness, then I mean, I can make myself fall forward effortlessly. My drag is way too high. All right, let those go off. Got it. Almost. All right, maybe that's a trick. No. Whee! All right, all right. Targeted landing. Nope, missed. That's hard too. Nope, overshot. Yeah. Nope. All right, because you got to do it ahead of time because the gravity is not just like instantly throwing you at all. It is. All right. Nope. Oh, hey, I'm stuck it. That is so much fun. I cannot wait to actually make something more interesting out of this. I hate what I've done here in terms of like the script generation for this. This just did not work out the way that I wanted it to at all. But it's not the end of the world. It's still able to prove the point. All right, I want to generate this a couple more times. Let's do it completely new. That's pretty neat. All right, so we got a new play area. All right, let's go into the cavern again. Fast is hard. What are you? Oh, okay. And go. Let's start over there. It keeps on doing like a straight shot through it. I don't understand this. Like, there should be enough randomness in there to play it. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. There is not yet enough in there to keep going on that for a long time, but still fun. All right, guys. I think I am let's save this and upload. Actually, let me create a quick button for you guys to regenerate. How much you have to restart over and over again. Yeah, I don't use down. Yeah, there we go. Pretty quick. Okay, so that works. Let me make this bigger by default. Just going straight.
Oops. Where's my? No, I would have noticed because my I never changed the audio for my mic out or for my headphones out. Sorry, guys. YouTube doesn't allow PayPal Super Chat? Oh, that's right. Everything goes through them. That's right. And so I have a PayPal Me thing set up that is going through Streamlabs, but I don't have any of that tied up on whenever I do like the Derpy dev streams. I could, but I just don't. These streams are more just for me having fun, anyway. Where am I going with this? Where am I going? Oh, yeah, that's right. Saving this thing. Here we go. Derpy. Why does it keep taking so long for it to initiate the upload? So weird. Oh, yeah, I should have the overdrop on there. I wasn't planning on staying in there too very long, though. But yeah, it's good in general. I think that's done. All right, comment updated. And here's a link just for the chat in case you want to have fun with it. For now, guys, I am done for today. next time, yeah, I still want to get these plateaus right. Like, this is kind of an essential piece of this. Here, let's grab this one and, like, turn it on. Like, this one is actually, oh gosh, that's pretty cool. I should probably have put that in the upload that you guys could download this one still too, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like those ravines better than this by a lot. But I mean, because this is closer, wherever it is, this is closer to like the idea that I have in mind, at least this part is right here, of kind of like how I want the separations of the plateaus. But the way I built this, I couldn't have architected it in a way to make a plateau. Not like my next attempt did any better, but I mean, at least I tried. Yeah, I need to find a way of making a shape and just like cookie cuttering it down. So I'll research that. There is some. This is a pretty standard concept for procedural map generation. I just need to figure out how to make the shapes and then how to like kind of like spread them out and then finally how to just like, well, pressing them down is not hard. What if make it a lot bigger? So that will eventually need to happen. So the meshes, like the size is currently limited at around 250 by 250. Thanks to the amount of triangles that I have, apparently a single mesh can only have so many triangles. So using it for like an entire terrain system, like I would need to have multiples of these. And the sizes are, the size is actually okay as it is. And I can just make them wider. But anyway, I got plenty of things that I need to figure out. But for now, I've got to run. Gosh, I've really been doing this for 3 hours. Crazy. Okay. All right, guys. What if I make them move in 3D? So I think the only value that would have really. No, so I don't want to do that because these ultimately need to have like circular shapes. Like I need to have plateaus. I need to have plateaus all around that have massive caverns in between them. Those caverns, they can have some height to them. That's fine, but they need to ultimately be distinct distinct plateaus. And ultimately, those plateaus actually should have different heights and various things to them. So I just need to have shapes that I can spread out, put next to each other, and then put them down in there. Anyway, I gotta go. Yeah, very confusing. I know, quite a lot of stuff going on. But I did accomplish what I set out to do today. It just didn't. The end result was not kind of what I had in my head. But I created a system that allowed me to have dynamically generated caverns and stuff. But the final shapes didn't match up. So. Maybe I'll play around with it. I still think that this idea could work to do that. I think I just need to play with the values more and figure out how to make it more consistent towards what I have in my head. But anyway, all right. I have got to run, guys. I've got to go. Thanks for those of you that hung out. I will see you all in the next stream, which probably won't be until next week. I don't know. I really like this, though, so I may end up coming up and doing it again over the course of the week. But for now, bye, guys.